Hey dudes, what's up? Quick and dirty video in my quick and dirty back bedroom with my shiny forehead. Perhaps I need to get better lighting or sack my makeup artist or something. Apologies for the mess. And I just want to say thanks first of all to everyone that's subscribed so far. If you haven't subscribed, do so now. Click the link. And you'll find my wondrous songs. But thanks guys, really does mean a lot to me. And also, just so you know what I'm doing basically, I'm kind of looking to go in to improve the quality of the videos. I'm putting everything up as quick and dirty. I'm putting it in the title so you know that they're quick and dirty. Because I work on the principle, if I don't start doing something, I'll never get it done. But my background's in audio engineering, so I know my way around mics. I've got some great mics. So at some point I'm going to do a free camera, 2 mic, probably an XY setup with some 414s, and make everything sound nice and look nice and pretty. However, I have a day job and 2 young kids and a wonderful wife. I have to make sure I give them some attention. So it's on my roadmap, but if I waited till I could get time to do everything perfectly, I probably would never get anything done. So if I start, I thought, well, yeah, then I can build from there. So that's why you get the quick and dirty videos. So that's that. I wanted to just talk about a gig review. I really do a gig review, mini gig review as well. I thought it'd be quite cool. I go to a lot of gigs, so I thought it'd be quite cool to just do a bit of a video blog. I'm not really up with the whole language and stuff. I don't think I'm woke. I don't know if I'm using that word right. But anyway, so last night I went to see Paul Draper, former frontman of Manson and solo artist extraordinaire, at the end of his UK tour, and it was the best gig I've been to in a long time. I'm just trying to think whether or not it edges out the Stone Roses. Very different. Obviously the Roses was Wembley Stadium gig. Paul played the Electric in Brixton, which is probably holding about 400 people. Whatever its capacity was, I reckon there was another 50 people on top. No, it was all within health and safety, I'm sure. Please don't sue me, Electric Brixton, I have no money. All I'm saying is it was rammed, absolutely rammed. Everyone there was kind of the same age, you know. We probably all were there to see Attack of the Grey Lanterns. I was 16 when that came out. I saw Manson Support the Manics, was the only time I ever saw them. In Manchester, with Embrace, were woeful on the night. A band called Audio Web, who didn't really do anything other than one single, I think, but they were very cool. But Manson blew me away, and 6 became my all-time favourite album. Little Kicks was obviously a little bit disappointing. I was very disappointed. But go back and listen to it. If you're a Manson fan, go back and listen to it. 10 years later, it aged better than you think. And obviously Kleptomania, the unofficial 4th album, was a kind of return to form. Spooky Action really is, you know, for all intents and purposes, it's the 5th Manson album. And I know the original guys aren't there, and you know, it would have been great if Chad was involved and stuff, but the band he's put together are phenomenal, especially live. And there are times on Spooky Action it sounds a lot like stuff from 6. There's one tune, and I'm trying to remember which it was. I think Grey House possibly is. Grey House kind of is reminiscent of early Manson. Could sit on. When I say early Manson, I mean Attack of the Grey Lanterns, not the original EPs, which are that little bit spikier, punkier. But Feeling My Heart Run Slow was the song that was in my head today. Great tune. So that was superb. Thoroughly recommend Spooky Action by Paul Draper. If you haven't got it, go and get it. There's a deluxe version, which is, you know, it's about 12 quid. Buy it direct from his site as well. As a musician, I can tell you that if you buy it direct, I'm sure he gets best money. I can't remember if you can buy it exactly direct. And obviously there's somebody else that did a concept album as their debut album. Basically me and Paul is like that, innit? You know, we're basically exactly the same. exactly the same. You should therefore equate all of his talent to me as well. He's the best vocalist of a generation, easily. I was discussing. I was thinking maybe Kelly Jones, Tony Hadley, kind of British singers that kind of come on apart in real bands. I think Paul's my pick of the bunch. They were so switched on as well. Obviously there was issues at the Nottingham gig, where apparently Paul had some personal issues and was what was varyingly described as shambolic and chaotic on stage, and sacked his keyboard player apparently. Well, I'm very pleased to say that at the end of the gig, or the end of the tour rather, they were superb. There was none of that, and he clearly seemed to be loving it as well. There was a moment on stage where he was just. I just said to my mate Steve, I said, look at him. He's like a flower opening up to the applause. You know, it's like a flower opening up to the sun. He's just feeding off of it. So anyway, he buggers off for a very long 10 minutes. Came back and did the Attack of the Grey Lanterns. Oh, wow! Literally played it from opening chord to ending. And it was almost album perfect. You know, sometimes you get that with a band. I said against Steve, I said, look, essentially they're kind of session musicians behind them, so they should be album perfect. But it was just phenomenal. It was phenomenal. You know, for a debut album, the confidence in that album, the confidence behind things like Wide Open Space, was just such an assured track. It was just incredible. And it was great to see him do that. You know, Tax Loss was a highlight for me. Stripper Vicar was just brilliant, which Paul himself described as silliness, I think. A bit of silliness. And it was just fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Personal highlight for me was the fact that he played the secret track, which I think is called Song for the Lyrical Train Spotter, something like that. The lyrics really don't mean that much, which is the bonus hidden track on Attack of the Grey Lanterns. It was fantastic. He is playing in Portmeirion in the UK at the Six Festival number 6, which I'm probably going to try and get down to if I'm in the UK myself at that time. Portmeirion, if you don't know, is a very weird little place in Wales. Basically, it's an entire village that they built to film the 60s TV show, The Prisoner. So the entire village is basically built to look like a Mediterranean kind of Italian Greek village based in Wales. So it rains a lot there. I know, I'm Welsh. I didn't know I could take my coat off until I was about 8. Stole that joke from Road Gilbert. So yeah, but Paul is playing in the States. He's supporting Steve Wilson, who also appears on some of Paul's solo stuff. No Ideas features Steve Wilson, which it's definitely on the Deluxe Fish and Spooky album, Action, but I think it's on one of the EPs. I think it might be on EP 2. EP3 is available for pre-order as well, so I'm getting all my Paul Draper plugs in now. But hey, what can I say? The guy who just blew me away last night. What an excellent gig. The only downside I would say was the lass on the merch store was just a bit of a dick, but you know, that's probably, everyone has a bad day, you know, and I'm not going to worry about that. I'm sure she's a lovely person usually. She's just maybe just a bit busy. She's just a bit rude. But yeah, if you're in the States, he's playing. I see if I can find the tour dates actually. There we go. He's playing Washington, 24th of April, Glenside, 25th, Boston, 27th. That'd be good. He's playing Berkeley Performance Center. New York, playing in the PlayStation Theatre twice, and then the Vic in Chicago twice. So if you are listening from the United States and you like a bit of indie, not Britpop, that's all never Britpop, but you like a bit of indie, prog, really, I would call him indie prog, get out and see him. It was awesome. Anyway, that's it from me. I shall love you and leave you. Thank you again for subscribing. If you have. If you haven't, subscribe. Sort it out. Buttons. You know all that YouTube stuff that people say, click the link. Oh, and talking of which, why don't we listen to you? Tell me what you think if you were at the Paul Draper concert. Send me your thoughts and let's have a discussion in the comments. I will actually reply because I've only got any subscribers. See you later, dudes.